Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Scotty B Show. Today I have my very, very good friend King from KE Sports Talk and Asian Cosell. King, how are you today, sir?
Oh, wonderful.
And we're gonna be doing something different on the Scotty B Show today. We're gonna start off with a story from the Philippines. It has to do with the young lady there that ran for mayor, won the mayor election in 22. How she got the birth certificates. They're coming across some more things and more cases of people that have filed for late birth certificates, I guess they're called. So we'll cover that. After that, we're going to have some other stories from the U.S. because, of course, what's going on over there? Oh, yeah, Mr. Donald Trump almost got killed. They shot him in the air, and so they tried to assassinate him. And right now, the Republican National Convention is going on. So we'll talk about his new running mate and see how things are going there. So, King, welcome in, brother.
Yep. Nice to be
So,
here.
so this news report here from Philippines, King, I know you've been following a little bit too. Amid reports that Mayor Alice, I'm going to pronounce her name wrong, but Alice Guo, Guo,
hmm
Bamban, Tarlek, had used late birth registration to claim Philippine citizenship and run for mayor in 2022. The FBI in Davao del Sur had initiated a probe beginning in April into reports of numerous such cases involving Chinese nationals in the province. Tizan was reassigned in April. The FBI regional office said the spurious late birth registration posed a potential national security threat. So that goes with this. Oop. So MBI finds not 200, but 1,200 fake birth certificates in Davao del Sur.
Jeez.
1,200.
Yep.
Uh, and so, woo, calm down there. But up to 1,200 foreigners believed to be Chinese nationals obtained Philippine birth certificates through late birth registration in the Davao del Sur town of Stock Cruz since 2016. The information was received by the National Bureau of Investigation from the acting civil registrar of Step Cruz. The MBI is also verifying reports that several of the 1,200 have criminal records. Last week, initial MBI findings showed that at least 102 cases of questionable late birth registrations were recorded in Cruz Town in 2018, 2019, and 2021. The actual number has grown to 1,200, the MBI director said. He said the MBI will also expand its probe on late birth registration to other areas in the country, such as Pampanga, I don't know if
hmm
I pronounced it, and
Yeah.
Tarlac, where illegal Philippine offshore gaming operator hubs were raided in the past week. Mario Tizan, who served as civil registrar since December 1994, has been suspended. Excuse me. Amid
Gee.
reports that Mayor Alice Gould of Bamban Tarlik had used late birth registration. So, I mean, this is getting crazier and crazier now, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and
I mean,
especially with the gaming.
well, yeah, and they're saying not 200, but 1,200, and that's just in Del Sur.
hmm
So when they start looking around to other cities, like they're going to start looking now, how many more are they going to come up with? You know,
Oh
thousands
yeah.
and thousands. So how many Chinese people are getting ready to fly out of the country and get the heck out of here before they
Yeah.
go to court? I guess too.
Yeah.
Uh, if
I
that's the
wouldn't be.
case.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like maybe up to 100,000 if they actually really looked.
Wow, 100,000.
I wouldn't be surprised because you got
Wow,
Metro Manila, Cebu.
right?
It wouldn't
Yeah,
surprise me one
yeah.
bit.
I'm sure it's got to be on the radar going there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it said
And
the MBI. regional office said that spurious late birth registration posted a potential national security threat, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, Senator Sherwin Gatchalian said he would file a resolution seeking a Senate probe into reports that the falsified birth certificates were obtained from Cruz as an average fee of 300,000 pesos each, saying this could be 200 Alice Guos, which is very concerning. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, it like you said it could be hundred thousands. It could be it could be a million. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't know. I know there's a lot of Chinese that own businesses here,
Yeah.
but I've only been here just over 4 months. But this is kind of like in the states where just think of all the guys that cross the border. They let them get birth certificates like that, you know, and stay in the states, I guess.
Yeah. And it's tough for the NBI to, you know, check up on all this, you know. Plus, there's a log of things, you know.
Yeah, that is one issue with the Philippines. Everything gets backed up pretty simple, pretty easy, and it sits there and sits there, you know. Um, let's see what else they say. Says he said there could be a syndicate in the Philippines Statistics Authority engaged in the fraudulent activity. The PSA
Mm-hmm.
supervisor, civil registrar's office nationwide. Last Saturday, I talked to someone in the Chinese community that the running price to get a birth certificate with a passport and driver's license is 300,000 pesos. Someone is facilitating in exchange for 300,000 pesos, you can get a birth certificate, a passport, and a driver's license. The
Yeah.
source of all that is their birth certificate. That's what that's what I heard. Apparently, there is a modus operandi, said Gachlian. A Chinese national who obtained a falsified Philippine birth certificate was arrested by the FBI during operations conducted in the Davao del Sur from July 9th to the 12th. The Chinese Kuai Hailan was arrested following a report from the Department of Foreign Affairs that the 21-year-old provided contradictory statements while applying for a passport to travel to the U.S. According to the
Sheesh.
NBI Region 11 head, apart from Kwai's inconsistent answers, DFA personnel became suspicious because he could only speak English, but not Visayan or Tagalog.
Mm-hmm.
So Kwai, a first-year accounting student at the Ateneo de Davao
Ateneo.
University, okay, de
Ateneo
Davao
de Davao.
University, yeah,
Yeah.
used the name Hegson Jabelis
What the
Lemon,
hell?
I know Lemon Cero,
Yeah.
Limonsero, when he applied for a passport. Elbow, the Chinese presented a Philippine birth certificate, PSA national identification card, and a driver's license. The NBI said Kuei was admitted having a Chinese passport.
Yeah.
Kuei was born in China's southern province of Fujian and brought to Davao City when he was 10 years old. He obtained his birth certificate and cruise in 2013. His family owns a hardware store in the city's Chinatown along Ramon Magsaysay Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
Quo's father is a Fujian, while his mother, with the Filipino name Felisa, is in Barangay Inawayan in Cruz. The NBI is investigating if Felisa, who also could not speak Visayan or Tagalog, when Abayo talked to her on the phone, is also using a Philippine passport. The family is not engaged in pogos, the NBI said. Charges are being readied against Coy for violations of the new Philippine Passport Act, falsification of public documents, forgery, using a fictitious name, and canceling his real name. So this
Wow.
is getting deeper and deeper, and this guy's trying to get to the United States.
But is he trying to get to the United States on the Philippines passport?
That's what it sounds like.
Okay, because there's a lot of regulations to that too.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't make, and they can't speak Tagalog, they can't speak Visayan, but he's been here since he was 10 years old. Do you think he would have learned the language?
Yeah, and then if he went to a Philippine school, he would have been, kind
Yeah, I
of
wonder
forced
if
to
he
learn
even went
that.
to school. You know, I wonder if he
Yeah,
even went to school. They probably just had him working in in the whatever since he's
yeah.
a kid. You know, uh, this is getting carried away and stuff. Could it be child labor laws? Could it be child something to do with the labor and stuff, bringing them over here? There
Yeah, I
is.
mean,
They said his mother, they think is a Filipino, but she didn't speak Visayan or Tagalog.
yeah. But if her mother's a Filipino, he's eligible, but she's not. But the
Well, but
mother, they just
that's
used
not
her
his real
name.
mother, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not his real mother, or
Ah.
some, something's going on. It just sound. This is getting. I can't believe China has to go through all that. Just,
Well,
I.
things things are just not so well in China. They're like, screw this.
It could be, but who in China has 300,000 pesos? That's quite a bit of money. That's
The
what about
Chinese,
$60,000 in American
yeah,
money?
yeah, the Chinese do.
I guess. But where did they get it? I thought they're poor people over there.
No, because they got that hard. Remember, the family owned a hardware store in Chinatown.
Right.
So, so if you have Chinese coming and paying for their Chinese stuff,
Yeah, but three-
wages,
300,000 pesos is a lot of money to come over here and buy a birth
yeah,
certificate. That's a lot of money.
yeah. But
I don't know where they
apparently,
get it. I guess they must make good money in the hardware business. I don't know.
yeah, or do some other stuff that we don't know about.
Well, yeah, that could be too. That could be too. Uh, so the BI is coordinating with the MBI PSA. Meanwhile, the Bureau of Immigration is coordinating with the MBI and the PSA as part of an investigation on the reported 200 false birth certificates issued in Davao del Sur. In a statement by BI Commissioner Norman Tensinko, said he has requested the MBI for the names of the other details associated with the 200 falsified birth certificates issued by the Cruz Davao del Sur local civil registry. The BI has also requested information from the PSA on all Filipinos who availed themselves of late registration to get their birth certificates.
Mm,
He added that they would cross check the data to verify if these individuals were issued or had used Philippine passports. The
yeah.
BI has been raising concerns about the presence of the fake Filipinos since holding at least 10 foreign nationals pretending to be Filipinos and possessing fraudulently acquired Philippine documents last year. Last week alone, the BI said it intercepted 4 cases of fraudulently acquired Philippine citizenship. Once they present themselves as a Filipino, they are already removed from the purview of the BI, which monitors foreigners. Apart from this, they are able to present layers and layers of Philippine documents, all original, pushing for their claim. He said that foreigners were able to acquire numerous Philippine documents after illegally acquiring foundational documents such as birth certificates. He added that such documents can be used by foreign nationals involved in a terrorism, heinous crimes, or fraud. It would also imply that illegal aliens may end up being able to vote or systemulate themselves into society while conducting their illegal activities.
Mhm.
So it sounds like, yeah, I don't know. They just want to get in and run the country. Is that part of China's plan to take over the Philippines?
I don't think it's partially yes, but overall, I think most of the people just want to get that passport and be able to make money. It's not really too much of China want to come over because that's not going to happen.
Well,
But
but like you said, I mean, getting a passport doesn't mean a whole lot for the Philippines because it's
yeah,
hard to get out of the Philippines if
hmm
you're Filipino. Uh, they triple check you, double check you, and quadruple
yeah,
check you, and it takes 6 months to a year just to get out, just to
yeah,
go to another country. So I'm
yeah.
trying to figure out what the big deal is. If it's something where they send money home to China all the time, or what?
That could be the case, but it's just just more business opportunities is the way I look at it for Chinese. Because if you have a Philippines passport, what can you do? You can buy land, you can
Yeah,
buy real estate. Whereas foreigners, we can only own condos.
right. Well,
you
like
know,
the guy said, you can vote. So you're integrated into everything. So
yeah,
you could,
and how corrupt sometimes the politicians are all over the world
right.
can be
And who
bought.
I think the big question is who's behind all this? Who are
Hmm
they buying these birth certificates from? Are they they're fake birth certificates, but are they um, getting the original copies from someplace or anything?
Yeah, just wondering what kind of stuff they're printing out of, and then, oh hey, I got a business here for sale, but you got to pony up the funds.
Well, I mean, like my birth certificate uh, has a seal on it, a
Yep,
pressed in seal in it. So do
same.
they
Yeah.
do that here in the Philippines?
I don't have a clue, but I guess they probably do. But
But if they don't, I mean, that's how you get away with the fakeness, I guess,
yeah,
because you couldn't do that in the States, really.
no.
Uh,
But
I mean, you can, but you can't.
there's a good little printing system. They probably could fake that. So
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, appreciate you guys looking in on this story. If I come across any more of it later on, I'll let you know. Leave me some messages. Let me and King know what's going on. If what you guys know about it. Very interesting. Very. I mean, it's a small deal that I think is a big deal. You
Hmm
know, everybody looks and goes, well, they just want to stay in the Philippines. That could be the case, but like you said, um, they're buying land, they're voting, they're doing everything a Filipino can do, but they're not from here. So,
Yeah,
and it could be about the money. It's
yeah.
always about the
Because
money, right?
yeah, not to say Chinese. That's the motive, but usually it's the motive.
Right.
you
Money's
know.
always motive.
Yep. And especially with the Chinese, I'm like, yep, I'm here because I want to buy land and just expand. I'm like, okay, whatever you want to do.
There you go. Yeah, it depends on how much land they buy up. I mean, think about that. You know,
Hmm
if they have the money, they could buy up a lot of land in the Philippines and screw a lot of things over, really.
Yeah, and there's
And it
that.
depends on who all their connections are with. There's got to be some Filipinos involved in this somewhere. Hate to
Oh
say it, but
yes,
there's got to somebody. Some Filipinos are going to be involved in this, and who is it? Is it somebody higher up? Is it somebody a senator? Uh, you know, that has their backs and stuff like that. So, gonna be
yeah, go.
interested to see how this unfolds over the following year.
Yep, and as long as he or she's getting feed those pesos, so
Well,
way to go.
it's gonna be interesting to see what happens to that young lady too. I mean, now they're saying her Facebook is down. They can't find her Facebook and stuff like that. Is she left the country? Is she still here? Uh, did they lose track of her?
It,
So I mean, she's an imposter, so she could get on a plane under another name or something and get the heck out of Dodge. I don't know. I
yeah,
don't know. Hard to say, but like they said, not 200, but 1,200, and that's only in Del Sur. So you start looking around, like I said, Manila, Cebu, and stuff, the bigger cities, and could be looking at 100,000 people, like you said.
yeah, and especially in like Cebu, we got lots of Koreans and some Chinese there,
Yeah.
in that island. So,
Right. Right.
and and speaking for like Koreans, there's like 30,000 residents in Cebu.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Well,
because
now,
I
do you think this is more than just Chinese people? Do you think there's other
oh there's
nationalities
others.
involved?
There might be others. It's just not to the extent of China.
Right.
Like I could see maybe some of the because here's the thing, like not not to get away from too much of the subject, like why do a lot of like Koreans come to the Philippines? You know,
Okay.
now majority were on vacation because we love the cheap mangoes and all that, but there's a small few that come there to run stuff. There's usually maybe ex gangsters, so because back in Korea they don't want to get messed with, so that's why there's even a police force. Like I know a couple cops here in Korea, and they're like, "Yeah, I had to go to Philippines because we have some crime."
And Korea has a police force here in the Philippines?
No, they usually visit, and then the Philippines now visit Korea, so they have like a little exchange
Oh.
program.
Huh.
I can't discuss a lot of the in detail stuff,
Right. Right.
but my buddy was like telling me like, yeah, I went to Cebu and this, and then they came to Korea
Huh.
because it's a problem, and just like, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some Koreans that do that, but it's probably a small amount.
Well, it
But
sounds like these Chinese people, the ones that are getting the new birth certificates, like the young
mhm,
lady there that run the mayor, uh,
yeah,
became mayor. She was 13. This other person they're talking about, it was 10 years old when they come over here. So
hmm,
maybe they're getting them when they're young kids coming over here,
yeah,
getting a birth certificate and stuff. So they get all the needs they need, I guess, through the Philippines. So,
yeah,
um,
and plus a lot of names, like what is it? We were talking before we went live. Uh, Chua,
uh,
how
right.
many like Asian looking names they got like Chua, like what is a basketball player? Sorry, Sean Jeffrey Chua.
Well, like you said, they need to come up with the Filipino names better.
Yeah,
Some of them still sound Chinese.
yeah. But the funny thing is like Sean Jeffrey Chua is a legitimate Filipino.
Right.
All these guys are legitimate.
Right.
You know,
Huh.
because they have regular Filipino passports, but they can actually speak the language of Tagalog.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll shut this one down. Guys, let us know what you think about that, and we'll get back to you later.